Hello guys, in this tutorial video I'm gonna show you how to create nonlinear checkpoint system. As you can see, after being killed by lava, I spawn in different location depending on where I've been lately. Let's get to the work. Voxel aliens. To create one checkpoint, we need 4 logical assets. First, we need one speaker that kills all the checkpoints on the entire experience. Moreover, this object is gonna be our trigger wall, so it's gonna detect player in range and send spawn checkpoint message to the checkpoint spawner. Later, we need message broadcaster that sends message from the trigger wall to the asset spawner. And of course, we've got our asset spawner that spawns the checkpoint prefab. And at last, checkpoint prefab that contains planned behavior that allows us to kill the checkpoint with a lot of messages. It's very important for checkpoint to contain checkpoint tag. We can change the checkpoint tag in global parameters, controllers and components. And that's basically it if it's about theory. Okay, so let's create the whole mechanism on our own. First, we need one logical asset that is gonna be our trigger wall. So we need to add the speaker component and set our custom message that's gonna be sent while player is in range. And it's very important here to set the display duration to 1 second to match the asset spawner timer. In my case, I set the detection shape to the box, but it may be sphere as well. And we need to set up the message we are gonna send to our broadcaster. In my case, it's gonna be CP11 kill. Okay, looking great. So let's duplicate this object and set up our broadcaster. But maybe, for more clarity, we may add the checkpoint prefab first. As I've said earlier, it only contains planned behavior with a lot of messages to destroy from other checkpoints in this experience. And now we are gonna add our new message. And of course make prefab out of it. And remember, it's very important that checkpoint prefab contains checkpoint tag that can be seen currently in the video. Great, now we can go back to the broadcaster. So basically the only thing to change here is the speak condition and the message to send. For the speak condition, we want this object to wait for message from the trigger wall and send the new message for the asset spawner. We need to do it this way because we don't want to kill the checkpoint we've just spawned. Okay, and we can duplicate this object and create the asset spawner out of it. So just delete the speaker component and add the asset spawner behavior and add the preset to spawn we've just talked about, so it's CP in my case. And at last, add the message to spawn this preset. It's gonna be the message from the broadcaster. And that's basically it. We've created our first checkpoint. Let's give it a try now. Amazing, as you can see, it works. Let's see if it works after activating another checkpoint. Yeah, seems to be working just fine. Okay, now I will show you how to duplicate this mechanism. Let's rename all those objects to contain the same phrase to make the search easier. And now we need to group all them up under one asset. In this case, it makes no difference under what asset you are grouping them up, so I'll group them up under broadcaster. Now we just need to make prefab out of it to make it easier to duplicate. Now we need to spawn the prefab and change the messages it contains. Let's begin with the trigger wall. Now we've got the broadcaster. Remember to change 2 messages in here. and of course the asset spawner. And now we need to add one more message to our checkpoint and override the prefab. Okay, let's check if the new checkpoint works. Oops, I've missed it a bit. Yeah, seems to be working just fine, same as previous one. Let's see if it works after using other checkpoints. As you can see, it works flawlessly. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this tutorial. I hope you found it useful. If you have any question, ask them in the comments. I will try to answer them. So have a nice one. Cheers!